Alright, gamers. How we doing? How we doing? Um, yeah. It's uh it's a day before game day. We're gonna get another run in. It's probably just gonna be one tonight. Um, probably. I got the run again this morning. Um, so I'm feeling pretty good. I imagine we probably get it again here. Am I good? I think I'm good. What's up? Oh, I'm like pretty exhausted. I have not been able to sleep well for like this entire week basically. Like I think the last time I really slept was probably like Saturday. So I'm not exactly vibing. Um, yeah, so these things do happen. But yeah, we're just gonna hopefully just like run through the one time, and that'll be fine. Yeah, I mean, hopefully, dude. We will see. I gotta wake up early tomorrow. I gotta like make sure I can wake up before the game and stuff. All right. Yeah, let's do this. What time is it? It is 7 p.m. at the moment. The game is 11 a.m. tomorrow, EST. I don't know what time zone you're in. Oh, also the EST. There you go. Yeah, game starts at 11. I like to like hop in and like warm up for like an hour beforehand. So like I would like to start stream around like 10, and then that would involve getting up at a reasonable hour, like getting showered and all that kind of stuff, and eat salty tacos. There you go. Salty tacos don't sound amazing, I'm not gonna lie. My first thought was, tacos, and I was like, wait, salty tacos? Ugh. There you go, seasoned. That's much better. So, when I got this run this morning, the only real issue I had was Estelle. My Estelle fight this morning was legitimately probably like 10 minutes because the RNG was literally just that trash.
Do not stand directly in front of a cannon.
Do be that way. Do be that way. But the good news being, I was in the fight for that long and didn't die, so that's always a plus. For warm-up tomorrow, I think we might just fight like Morgott at like +0 or something. Just to get our hands warm and all that kind of stuff, and maybe just like stand in Estelle's arena and just dodge attacks for a little bit.
And I can also that you're not then wine. I am Carly. Goodbye.
Because like last week it was really easy to figure out what we needed to practice. Just like Rolana is just like the massive thing. A Bach percent? Is that even like hard? You don't have to do that much for Bach, do you? I thought his quest ended like relatively early. I think the hardest part would probably be like the demi-human tribe that you have to fight. Yeah, he has a whole quest. I don't think it's like very long though. I think like you have to finish Bach's quest like before Fire Giant.
Have you heard they, sir? But you
Or maybe it's Malekith. I'm actually not sure.
Then summon me. Ah, I bequeath. It will summon torrent. Treat him with.
Well, there's like a point where he disappears as well. And I'm not sure where that cutoff point. Like, usually the cutoff point for stuff like that is like burning the tree. Like, that kind of purges a lot of NPCs. But I don't know. I've never done that myself. But like, I think he like the last thing that you have to do for him is like at Renala, which you could get out of the way pretty quickly. Does he? I don't know. I thought he was mostly just in like early game stuff. Like, I know I've done like bits and pieces of it. I have never finished it. I know that. No. I'm like 90% certain I haven't. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. 'Cause like I think Vi walked me through like part of it, and then she read like the last bit and she was like, "Oh, that's actually really sad. Let's not do that." Is what I remember. Yeah, that's not where his quest ends though, Vi. There's more to it than that. Yeah, finishing quests is bad for characters. Cause like I remember, like he's a bush. You save him from the bush. You go to like the demi-human cave and get like his tools. Um, and then can't you get like the gold sewing needle and stuff like that from like Millicent's quest? Are you supposed to like give that to him or something?
Aye. Wait, I see. I see it now. Humans all lose their wits eventually. How could this... Was my whole existence just a crock?
Oh. Yeah, I think you like refer to Gura's comment from earlier about how if you actually finish any of the quests, like it's almost always bad for like the NPCs. But I think that is technically not really the end. I guess it's like a end, it's not like the canon end. If that makes sense. I always forget I need to like buy things. Because like I do remember using, it's like the Prattering plate or something like that, right? But like I know like his actual quest like ends at like Renala and like he dies or something, doesn't he? Yeah, isn't it something like you have to give him like a larval tear or something, and then he goes to Renala to get like reincarnated, but he's like too weak or something, and he just like dies. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm not saying you should do it. I'm just trying to confirm because I've never done that. Yeah, it is. Isn't it in like that little village like where you get Comet Azure? Or like one of those little villages like on the way up there? Something like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that one is in like is in one of those villages on Gelmir. The Viron. Holy crap, dude. We've run this run 12 times this week already. That is quite a few times. I was just sitting here like, man, I feel like I've done this a lot this week. I was like, oh, I have the run counter
How can I?
for hit counter manager. I should look. 12.
Have a safe.
Routing all. What was bad? Just like the fact that it just takes so long, or like the extra bosses not being good? All of the above. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a long one. Yeah, I mean, I figured you'd work something out for sure. Yeah, just crazy long run. I think we're gonna try Death's Poker for all remembrances, because that'll give us access to like intelligence stuff, so we can use like Night Comet on Fia's champs. I think that would be pretty dope. Yeah, that's like the common strat, right? Because usually it's respec at Renala, so you can use Elden Beast weapon for like Wave of Gold or whatever. Oh, you respec into Night Comet. Oh, that's different. I feel like that's probably a safer strat, though. Yeah, no worries, dude. No worries. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hit up Blank's all bosses run and see what he did to kill the Deathrite bird early for Death's Poker. I think that's like probably the big wall as far as like barrier to entry on that one. And then I just have to figure out like where Staff of Loss is. And hopefully from there it's fine. It's like I think the strat would kind of just be to go straight magic. So like I think we would probably go and get like Roger's like armor set for increased magic damage, Magic Scorpion, Jar Shard for Death's Poker would be insane. And then what? Probably like Red Feather.
Welcome, dear customer.
We don't need this.
Yes, right this way. Right.
A lot of that stuff is a chore to get on an already very long run, but I think it's probably a pretty decent setup. And then we'd actually be like using armor in a run too, which would be like very different from what we have ever done. Because like Blue Dancer wouldn't be good if we were just going for like straight magic. So I'll have to do that sometime in the near future. Just set up saves for like all of the boss fights with Death's Poker. Probably just like a +0 save or something. Just start familiarizing myself with the weapon. What you got for food, Gura? Nice. A classic. Yeah, this is almost definitely gonna end up being the one run for tonight. I'm feeling like so sluggish right now. Hopefully these fights are still crisp. So how long did that route end up being? Did you like actually time things? Or were you kind of just like testing like scripts and stuff? Soft launch yourself out of it. That sucks. Wait, how did that happen? Yo, what's up, Fetry? You think it could sub 2.5 hours? Brother, what? There's no way that ends up being like less than a 6-hour run when I go for it. Yeah, just base game remembrances, right? But still, 2.5 hours? That's like insanely fast. That's like how long my Age of Stars run is. That's how long Donut's Age of Star run was today. It was like 2.5 hours. 4.5? Yeah, that's not bad. You have like no setup or anything though. Like you kind of just like grab your medallions and like you're good, right? Since your restrictions are like nothing. Oh no, that's right. You go through Makar, don't you? Yeah, so like even less than I'm thinking. Man, what a giga gamer, bro. Yeah, they're like a little bit faster, right? Like not a whole lot, I don't think. Yeah, cuz like they grab them in the speed run, but I kind of always assumed that the only reason that that was really faster was because they used like the trap chest in Liurnia to get to the to get to Ferrith. Cause like they do like the skip and everything to, what is that? Is that like the Sealed Town or something like that? I forget the name of it. But like they do the skip to like climb up the wall and stuff like that. So I don't know if that's the reason why it's faster. Celia, there it is. Thank you. Because that's like my initial thought, and then the follow-up thought that I had while I was saying that stuff was like, even once you get through Makar, like you still have to like run all the way across Altus. If you get physics, Celia skip saves 4 seconds. That's wild. Yeah, because it takes me like about 20 minutes to get both medallion pieces. But that's like, I grab Torrent, and I grab like the Stormhill Grace, and then grab like the Tear Knot, or the Strength Knot tier, and like Golden Vow and all that stuff. So like I do that like whole massive loop, which is definitely not time save. But yeah, I have always wondered if the medallions are actually faster, or if it's the trap chest, like specifically, that is actually faster. Although, I guess even if you didn't do the trap chest, like there's still the teleporter behind the third church, which could also be faster. Walking in gold. Oh. Too close to the wall, I guess. Yeah, I'm not super familiar with like all the steps needed to do all of that stuff, to be absolutely honest with you. Like I had to relearn all of that for the League. So I'm not entirely sure how one locks themselves out of Inverted Tower. Oh, oops. Holy inefficient menuing. Dude, menuing is a skill and I do not have it. What else do I need here? Nothing here. Here and here, though. Okay. 28 minutes. I want to say that's pretty much what this is every time. Finger Slayer Blade Bro. Is that Celadus? I don't even know who that would be. That's Celadus, okay. Oops. Yeah, I guess I didn't even realize that was a thing. Yeah, that would be pretty wild if that's true. I feel like the running sections in between, like, alone, in my mind, would be
Well,
enough to like push it past
I am
like
no
beyond 3 hours, but
perhaps.
I don't know, my routing is probably just not that great. What the heck happened there? Oh. Is it really? Good lord. That's wild.
Forgive me. To determine if you had it seems
Hour
odd,
45?
as there is, but I
I'm
can
gonna have to
gather
take a
it.
look at that.
Very let my hand.
Yeah, some of the stuff that people do in this game still blows my mind. Dude, I'm almost like 2,000 hours into this game, and like I still regularly see things that I've never seen before. It's crazy. Death's poker gambling rip. You hate to see it. I was gonna say, like, doesn't that kind of just mean that it's like Serpent Hunter gambling instead? That's crazy that like Death's Poker just ended up like taking over everything. Yeah, like it's a cool weapon. Like I'm looking forward to using it. I am not intending to use it in a gambling sense though.
What's wrong with you? I suppose I have no choice then. Is this what Grace would have of us?
You are an enigma. To be certain. The Vulcan.
Like 30 seconds as in like proximity to. That is actually kind of nuts.
Hello. Hey, it's rather my
That
mistress.
almost makes it sound like the Death's Poker run didn't actually gamble that well.
Oh, to bless a thug, please.
Yeah, I would assume so. Serpent Hunter. Like, if it's that close, that would make me think the Serpent Hunter run was probably way more polished. But, like, Death's Poker just wins out, like, in favor of being Death's Poker and not Serpent Hunter. Which, like, that's the kind of thing you hate to see, really.
Show me, and I'll consider I'm not in love. You're first.
It's like, anything with a leaderboard, you end up, like, inevitably seeing that. Where there's, like, some competitive options, but then you start getting into, like, the top 20, and it's, like, all the same. And it's like, yeah, it's not really about there are different options that are competitive. It's kind of just this one is so much better, but like these other ones are also okay.
Please. Oh, thank you, kind. Did I forget? I see you are very to steady such. Please.
Alright, so we can get Gambit and no skill here, and then we can start fighting stuff.
I knew you. I hereby take my hand. I will pray.
Brave. I am Tan Rias, a warrior. Perhaps. Will you join YX rise with us? And now you the drawing room, but be sure.
Nice. Weird RNG, but I'll take it. What's up, Vi?
Smouldering with thy meager flame. Cower in fear of the night. It's titled The God You Breached. Yes.
No, that's not what I wanted.
The God You'll slip. When you appear its own.
Okay. I'm very uncertain about where I think this is going. Mikola's needle percent. I don't even know what that is, to be absolutely honest with you. Is that like DLC shenanigans? It sounds like DLC shenanigans. Melania and really? Interesting. I guess that would be why I'd have no idea about it. Millicent's quest? Oof. That's tough. Yo, what's up? Welcome in. Nice. Nice. You watched a guide, it'll be fine. I don't know, Millicent's quest is kind of sucky. You have to like finish Millicent's quest? Yes, yes it is. Oh boy. Yeah, the Quadra NPC fight to wrap it up is not exactly a selling point. So I'm actually participating in a hitless league that is using a mod called Clever's Moveset, I believe. You could do !mod if you're interested in taking a look at it. But each of the runners picked a different modded weapon, and we're using those weapons to do various things in Elden Ring, trying to do them hitless. The next game for me is going to be tomorrow at 11 a.m. EST, and I'm going to have to do Ronnie's ending without taking any hits. Or at least that's the goal. So the weapon I'm using is not actually in the game. You're gonna get back on Elden Ring? Are you actually gonna run all Remembrances? Probably. It's one of those things. Like I did my any percent and I was like, you know, that was pretty cool. Like maybe we'll do all Great Runes someday. And then all Great Runes literally ended up being like my next run. And then I did all Great Runes and I was like, dude, like all Remembrances is just too long. Like we'll probably just leave it there. And now I'm sitting here and I'm like, yeah, so like when we do all Remembrances, it's like, it's so hard to resist the pull of just like the next step.
am the Lord of all that is golden.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's kind of an important part too, right?
Together
If you don't want to,
to our
there's
home,
very little reason to actually go and
bathed
do
in
them.
rays of gold.
I want to run AR DLC, which I hope I don't. That's a crazy sentence right there. Hollow Knight True Ending is quite the run too, isn't it? Or is that what you were working on already? I don't know if you were just doing like any percent Hollow Knight, or if you were doing like a specific ending. Okay. Yeah, that's very true. Gets you like a bit more familiar with the game overall, I think, to do hitless versus speed. I think if you learn speed stuff first, it's really hard to then like learn the rest of the game fully, because you're just like, oh, like I always skip this part, or like you just never end up interacting with a bunch of specific spots. So I think if you are gonna learn something with the intent of doing both hitless and speed, like learning hitless is probably the easier way to do it. Make your own rules. What about it do you not like? Oh, I forgot to like craft the pots and stuff. Inventory storage. Is that like some kind of a glitch or something? Gotcha. I was gonna say, do they not let you use your inventory and like Hollow Knight hitless? Like what? But yeah, that makes way more sense. Lets you wall jump in midair. There you go. Yeah, we're gonna become very familiar with this area while running all remembrances. I think we're gonna end up spending a lot of time here trying to figure out how to kill this death bird. I tried it like a couple of times. I couldn't find like a good spot to stand. Like if you stand in the wrong spot, like apparently that troll can just like see you and like throw a pot at you, which is no good. And then when you're very hard away, it's really hard to like throw the holy pots to actually hit the bird. Gotcha, yeah. I mean, anything that makes the run more enjoyable to run, really. Like, it's nice to like go on the Team Hitless website and just be like, yo, look at all these runs I did. And like, obviously, if you're breaking Team Hitless rules, they're not gonna put your run on their site and stuff, but I mean, that's not really like the end all be all, you know?
Champions! Welcome! The stars have aligned! The festival...
Yeah, because that's how they set up, like, I don't even remember what it's called in that game, but like RTSR, right? Where as long as you announce that you're setting it up before the hit happens, like it's technically legal. Like, kind of goofy, but like I get, like there's no other way to set it up, right? So it kind of just is what it is. Yeah, dude, that crap is so funny to me. I was sitting in Tark's stream once and he was talking about it and I was like, wait, for real? He's like, yeah, like I could announce like I am going to jump into the spikes to set up RTSR and then just like jump into the spikes like 5 times and it's fine. I'm like, brother. Yeah, that crap is just so funny to me. It's like the thought wasn't had that like, well, maybe you just can't use this for like a hitless run then. Like, they were just like, nah, just announce it first and then it's fine. Like, oh, okay. That's one way to do it, I guess. Yo, what the heck was that? Oh yeah, I have heard about that. Yeah, it's not so much that like you can announce it and then it's a thing. It's just funny to me that like they didn't look at this and be like, man, there's no good way to set this up. Like, I guess we just can't use it. And they're just like, just announce it first, and we'll call it good. Like it's just funny. Yeah, I think that's kind of where like most runners tend to land on it too. Where like it feels invalidating to the runner where like, okay, but like if I jump into this enemy and get hit, like I got hit. And like I get that. way more than I get. Yeah, just announce it first. Yeah, exactly, like, yeah. Yeah, it feels goofy, but I mean, it's Hollow Knight. I don't play Hollow Knight. My opinion doesn't matter. Although I will say, I think it is insanely odd that when you fall in Sekiro and take fall damage, that counts as a hit. Like, that one doesn't really make sense to me. They're like, oh, well, like, the screen blacked out. Like, so? Like, I didn't get hit to an enemy. Like, sometimes literally the grappling system just sucks and that happens. Like, I don't know. Yeah, like, isn't it? Like, is it so important that, like, my position got, like, reset or whatever? If anything, doesn't that just make it, like, more awkward for me to navigate? If I've, like, pulled enemies and then accidentally reset my position, like... Yeah, that one's weird to me. Because, like, if you just fall normally and just get, like, hard impact and take damage, like, that's fine. But if you fall and the screen goes black and you take damage, like, that's a hit. Like, why? How is that different? Yeah, that one doesn't make sense to me at all either. Yo, what's up, Donut? GG's today, dude. Clean run. Well, mostly clean. The hands happened, but GG's either way. Roberto, yeah. Don't get people started on Roberto, bro. Yeah, that's not how I route that running section, so I have, like, absolutely no idea, but if you say that little hand is never there, like, I believe that little hand is never there, you know? Potentially Vi, but, like, there's audio that plays throughout the whole thing, too. And that's usually how you can tell when, like, a video is cheated, is by, like, looking at the audio and stuff and seeing how seamless it is. Ugh. Yeah, for real. Yeah, one more time. Surely this one more time it'll be fine, right? I would be honest, I just run, like, straight down the middle. Like, I gambit, and those, like, two big hands just, like, drop off the pillars. And 90% of the time, like, none of the little hands, like, interact with you at all. And then you, like, run around the fountain, so, like, you can't get shot or anything. And then you're, like, through the first gate. Like, I know my running sections are typically not regarded as good, but could be worth giving a shot. And then when you don't like it, you can come back and tell me and I'm an idiot, so that would be fun. Oh yeah, that could be it. That could be it. Yeah, I hate the bridge. Like the bridge with all like the ghost archers and stuff. I hate that entire section.
Yeah, those are the chan find them wet.
Yeah, like Gura gave me that one tip where he was like, yeah, like once you get like start moving like towards the elevator, like up that first set of stairs, you can like gambit again and crouch behind that wall, and they all kind of lose you, and they like swap off the crossbow so they don't like shoot you in the back while you're trying to run up. So I've been doing that. That works really well. Yeah, I don't think you even need to write that one down, Vi. I think you'll remember that one. You're taking notes today, fair enough. Yeah, so that entire section was just so bad. Like the first time I did it, like I just ran up the stairs and like one of the bolts like landed right under my foot. And I was like, "Oh, I should probably run up those stairs at like a diagonal or something so there's like a bit more distance. Like I'm sure that'll be fine." And then I was doing a diagonal. I kid you not, like the bolt landed as I lifted my foot and it just barely missed. And I was like, I don't like this. Yeah, that was like the warning shot of all time. Yeah, like I just get them to like all swap off the crossbow, and then if you like gambit and like crouch walk up the stairs, they don't like redraw. And like even in that scenario, like I still look behind me as I'm going up the stairs anyway. I don't know, like that whole section just I hate it. I don't like it. Oh, he didn't get hit. It was just mad sketchy. Yeah, he went up like the far left wall. And then apparently like one of the little hands was like patrolling in a weird spot. And then he ended up like aggroing like one of the big hands. And then Numa and Eggsy were commentating and they both had a heart attack. Which, fair enough. I was like, oh my goodness, Donut's about to have his first hit of the event, bro. And somehow still just walked out like a Chad. Didn't even use his weapon's iframes. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard people talk about that. And I don't know that I ever like trust this game to be like that consistent. Where we're in agreement that there are only two possible outcomes. I feel like that is very rarely, if ever, the case. I didn't grab The talisman pouch. I'm gonna have to do that. That's what I thought happened. Cause like you started gambiting and I was like, that's an interesting choice. I don't think that was intentional. No, I forgot the pouch Vi, not to like equip it. It's fine. Yeah, you're lucky like that little prison thing that he shoots at you is like so slow. Yeah, because like even in that moment of panic, I'm sitting here and I'm looking at it. I'm like, I think that was an accident. You said all of the things? I don't know if you did. I don't know if you did, but it's fine because we can like level up and then walk back out and then go get it. And then teleport back and it'll be fine. It's fine. It's fine. I always forget to talk to this finger maiden or whatever her name is. Yo, what's up, Zorp?
Only fine. You have now to become the thing as now.
I am very nervous for Mesmer more than anything. I know a lot of people were talking about how like Rolana was probably like the hardest fight. For me, it's almost definitely Mesmer. He's just so fast. He's got like a lot of long combos that look very similar. What's for dinner? I had chicken. Yeah, what did you have, Zorp? Not decided. That's good. That means you could still pick something that you enjoy very much. Yeah, like, I definitely struggled to learn Rolana more, but I think I had her, like, way more consistent by the end. I feel like I am still very bad at, like, Mesmer Phase 2. Like, a lot of his snake combos, like, I'm not really sure what to look for as far as, like, tells for timing and all that kind of stuff. Or even, like, being able to distinguish the difference between a lot of them is, like, not great currently. Rain check on that, yeah. It was like, I think Mesmer was like one of the DLC bosses that we had to learn. Like, I think he was one of the faster ones I killed for like the first time. I feel like I am still not consistent on him though, which is the scary part. Like, I could just walk in like on day of the game and just like take him out and like no one would be any of the wiser, but that is unlikely. Yeah. Yeah, this talisman was actually quite the game changer for my weapon. Since it like My weapon scales on dex naturally, so the dex actually scales the physical and lightning portion of it, which is really dope. 4%? Really? That's wild. I thought your weapon was like 100% fire. Oh, 60-40. Okay, I didn't realize that. Yeah, mine is mostly lightning, which is nice. Beautiful. My fights are actually not that bad on Two Dragons. I was surprised. Like, I looked at that one and I was like, ooh. This might not be good, but it's really not that bad. Like, I'm not nuking anything, that's for sure. But definitely could have been worse.
Allow me, you are unable prevented the thorns. A husk, the only way, and become.
Yeah.
So I'd like to
So my PC doesn't explode. That's always a plus. Yeah, my Fortis Axe fight is very tedious.
Your thoughts.
And just end up like standing far away from him and then like walking towards him trying to like bait a swipe. And then I like dodge through it. I'm able to like hit his back leg like maybe twice before I start getting like the lightning crap. And then I just have to bail. And then like you just repeat that for like 12 minutes. Meta does insane damage because she could just sit there and get headshots. Like her Fortis Axe fight should be like all of 30 seconds, if even that long. I want to say Witty was able to do like the great bow cheese where you like get him stuck in the door or whatever, and then uses like the weapon art like twice, and like the fight's over. Oh yeah, you know? That's actually probably a really good idea. When he's screaming, does that prevent like all of the lightning around him from happening? And can you headshot Fortis Axe with like a melee weapon? Is his head like ever that low? You still get the lightning, yeah. That's like the big problem. Like, I could probably work on like navigating it better, but I don't know. With like all the DLC stuff I was learning, like he hardly felt like a priority. Yeah, I'll have to boot up a save like once that gets closer. You stuck him inside a wall. There you go. But how is Fia's champs for you, Donut? Like, is that awful, or do you just have like so much FP that you could just like iframe everything and just like keep them like stagger locked or something. Headshots in the general fight aren't that bad. Interesting. I'll have to mess around with that. Yeah, if I can get like big damage on him in the opener and then like weave in some headshots and stuff, yeah, that could make that fight way shorter, which would be really, really good. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I think a lot of people are really gonna struggle with Fias. Like, I want to say Cronus has like a decent strat, where just like his Ashe like tosses them like up in the air, so like that's not that bad. Spectre recently learned that, I don't know if it's his Ashe or if that's just like his R2, honestly. I don't really know how his weapon works. But he has like that massive, like the one mind attack, I think it's called. And apparently the hitbox on that is huge, and it's like a true combo, so any NPC running at you just gets like obliterated. And then I think Azaz is just using Night Comet because he has like an int weapon, and it counts as like a catalyst, so he can just do that. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking for you, but I didn't try your weapon at all, so I have no idea how it works. And then my Ashe is kind of like NPC killer. They just run at me in a straight line, and then once they're standing below me, they have no idea what to do, and then they just get nuked. Like, the only issue I had was I attacked Roger like too early or too late once, and I like fell on the glint blades as he was summoning them, which was really stupid. And then there's the one that just like quick steps everywhere, and he can like accidentally like quick step my attack and then like just instantly slicer me. I don't know if I've seen meta really practice Fias all that much yet. Yeah, the quick step slicer legend, bro. Yeah, that dude just does stuff by accident and can like sometimes screw me over. But like pretty much everything else about Fias is pretty free with this weapon. And then what, Witty's using like Lightning Strike or something because they don't input read that, and he already has like a bunch of points in Faith, so the damage is still decent even if he doesn't level up a seal. He really does. He really does. Homie was just like happy to be invited. I've got to like actually dust off my Moog fight for that one too. I am not going through Gargs. yeah, after next weekend, I feel like the runs get a little bit more chill. Like smithing percent is not too bad for me, and then like 3 commanders is also pretty whatever. Like Gaius isn't an awful fight, especially once I sit down and like practice it all week. So that one should be like fairly quick as well. Like I think that one ends up being just over like 2 hours for me. Hey, what's up, Giggity? Thank you for the blessing. I do appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Enjoying your weekend. Oh man, this is such a boring running section. Mountaintops is the Dark Souls 1 of Elden Ring. That is like one of the statements of all time, dude. You're not even wrong either. That's the sucky part. You're not even wrong. I am not looking forward to going back to Dark Souls 1, dude. That crap's gonna suck. Dude. Sure. Sure. My weapon is so good. Dude, like, I've had to bone out of Elden Beast several times because, like, the Ash sometimes just, like, connects and does nothing. Man, he sends some of those. Sometimes the opportunity presents itself, you know? He totally was. He totally was. I saw that sucker. Thank you for the GGs, yeah. Believe it or not, this weapon actually does come with a consistent fire breath dodge. So even if I somehow whiffed the largest target in the game, that actually still would have been fine. Yeah. So true. So true. Yeah, if I can just put like a little bit of distance between us, it's pretty cool. Like when I run and press like L2 or I guess L1, I get like a static slide that gives me like probably like a roll and a half worth of distance, and I can kind of just like spam that over and over again. And I'm like free and clear of any bad hitbox shenanigans with the fire. So I can do one of these. But that's something I've been able to do like 3 or 4 times now. I don't know why I'm getting so much like fire breath RNG, but it's been cool to test it. Dang, really? That's kind of nuts. Yeah, I don't know whose idea that was. I've had some really, really weird incidents with the fire. Look, Lucas, you have some banger clips. You've got some like really good recent ones, like that one Amelia one, where she like swiped across the ground and hit you from like 5 feet away. That was insane. There was that DS2 one, like right before Rotten, I think it is. That one was insane. The Chandelier recently. Yeah, the Amelia one was disgusting. That was just an absurd hit. That's like that one hit that Kelp got where Malekith did like the backflip swipe away. She's like so clearly nowhere near Malekith and it kills her anyway. Like those 2 clips are very much like the same exact energy. think that was like when she was working on the scythe. Yeah, the Bluetooth hitbox, exactly. Such a banger. Is that enough? Yeah, that'll work. I know. It's my own fault. Like, I don't use Flame Grant Me Strength or anything like that. Like, I definitely could one cycle if I wanted to. It just... It feels like such an out-of-the-way pickup for something that barely matters. Yeah, definitely could. But, I don't know. Like, it's cool to see that kind of thing, but also, does it matter? Not really. It's kind of like the same thing with, like, Radahn. Where, like, I always kill him, like, after he goes into, like, phase 2 and stuff. Like, yeah, I probably could one cycle him if I got, like, extra buffs and stuff, but... It's not exactly difficult to kill him while he's, like, doing his scripted, like, phase 2 opener either. I was running through here the other day. I literally had lightning just like spawn on my head and just like explode instantly. I was so mad. Yo, what's up, Vinicius? How's it going, dude? It's going pretty good, dude. We're gonna be running this tomorrow for the official match. I believe I've gotten this run like 4 times now. Got it like on Sunday, and then like twice on Tuesday, and then I got it this morning as well. So it's looking like pretty good consistency. Feeling pretty. Yeah, do it live. That's the hard part. But fortunately, like, the difficult part of this run is Estelle, and we're able to just be like a giga strong by the time we actually get to that point. And that makes a big difference. And we've knocked out quite a few any percents, like just running like all of these different runs. So hopefully that's not going to be too difficult. And then everything after that is kind of just like running section stuff. So in theory, we should have a real good shot at getting on the board tomorrow. But I'm mostly anticipating a tie, I think. I think Cronus has this run down really, really well, also. That went too far. My bad. Yeah, I hesitate to comment on things like that because I have legitimately no idea. I thought it had something to do with having a shield in your left hand and like two-handing at the right moment as you're falling or something like that, but I do not know how to do it myself.
Stolen from me again.
Can you give me like any favorable RNG here, bud? Really? Yeah, that's really how it feels, though. Like, the dude's consistency is just out of this world. What the heck was that? What the hitbox, bro? Yo! Lank raid? Lank streams? I had no idea. What's up, homie? Meta, Lank, Guinea, Fredno, Wildwater. Hope you're all doing well. Lank, Shane, what's up, homie? How's it going? Were we celebrating like streamer affiliate anniversary or something like that today, Lank? Is that what I saw? I think I saw you were streaming like right before I started. Streamiversary, let's go, dude. Huge. Yo, what's up, Jens? All enemies are bosses randomizer. That sounds insane. Amazing chaos. That's what we love. Oh god, I can imagine. Holy crap. What notable bosses did you have in Mogwin's Palace? That was probably so bad. Yeah, his computer was on fire. A lot of crashes. Yep, I believe it. I believe it. Literally everything. Oh no. Multiple fire giants in close proximity. Oh, good lord. Yeah, that sounds like an absolute nightmare, but I'm glad you had fun, dude. That is crazy. I appreciate you bringing the homies over. You know the deal. If you gotta go take care of stuff, absolutely feel free to do that. We'll be hanging out, though. You're more than welcome to join us.
I commend your spirit, but alas, none shall take the throne. I know in my bones a tiny.
Nothing but a lantern and ER tool. Let's go, dude.
Not even you. A man cannot.
This guy talks a lot for someone who's dead.
God.
The lantern was optional. ER tool was not. Breakdance on him. Alright, so I'm still mildly iffy on this fight. I have a quote-unquote script for the beginning of Phase 2 now. I can't decide if I like it or not. It makes me nervous every time. We're gonna do it. It hasn't gone wrong yet, so I'm gonna assume that will continue to be a thing that doesn't happen. I don't like it. Yeah, no. I'm pretty sure you're right, but I think we have to do it is really the main issue. Oh, what a jerk. Okay, that's not what I thought we were doing. I saw him like lift up his leg. I thought he was going for 1.5. You can jump Godfrey's phase 1. I did not know that. No. That is news to me. I do like it. I don't know. I feel like it would be very easy to like Ashe and then like panic roll too early and still get hit by the grab. That seems just like slightly too likely. Yeah, I did have that happen to me exactly once, where I did the second Ashe, he didn't stagger, and I was like, alright, well, I mean, he's gonna go into 2.5, so this is fine. And he just screams, and I'm like, okay. Okay. So, yeah, like, after the second Ashe, like, he'll either stagger, do one attack and then 2.5, or just go straight into 2.5, so I'm pretty sure those are all of the options. In what world did I just do half of Elden Beast's health bar? And there's no stagger. What is that? No, that is fair. That is fair. Sometimes people just be screaming. It is indeed. I must have whiffed like a couple of weapon arts there. Like, I'm not sure why else he wouldn't have staggered there. It does feel like that's virtually the only thing that can go wrong with this fight, though, is we just don't get the stagger. Like, what the heck, bro? I hate this game. This game is so bad. Yo, what's up, Drew? Yeah, the Ash just does that. Like, it's very easy to just, like, slide along an enemy and just never hit them. Dude, I'm literally gonna lose tomorrow to time because I had to reset on Elden Beast 18 times. And then Estelle didn't give me the right RNG, so I sat in that arena for half an hour or two. Surely the third time is the charm, right, guys? Surely. Like, what is that? I can't believe this. Insane. No one else would do that. You're not wrong. I don't know if I would want to be the guy who had to reset to Elden Beast 18 times though. Alright. No, so I do the 2 hits. Check this out, Donut. I do the 2 hits because I know I'm going to whiff at least one of my weapon arts. Because initially I needed to land 5. And then I discovered if I do 2, and then an R1, and then 2 more, like, I'm good. So, like, if I whiff one, I have time to try for, like, another 4th. Like, there's literally steps in place that I have taken to make sure that doesn't happen. And, like, it still happens anyway, because, like, the Ash hitbox is just so messed up. Like, I almost wonder if I could do, like, the initial 2 in R1, and then, like, maybe actually, like, a CR2 could do something. Right? Like, it's just like walking in the front door, but nothing happens. So like I've yet to see like any reason why you wouldn't do that. Like you do have to pay attention to like where the hands are and stuff like that. Like those little ones, like will almost 100% aggro you. Less exciting, that's true. That's true. I don't know. I think I'm due for some less exciting running sections, if I'm being honest with you. I think my running sections tend to have a little too much thrill. Something I gotta work on. Oh, good. You're standing right there. Love that. Yeah, it's really nice to do all this stuff last. Like that was literally just like with Physic. Like there was no golden vow on that. Nothing. Just a lightning weapon on a low scaled boss that happens to be standing in water. Did you watch your game back, Donut?
Thou must have, though I have no intrigue. Wilt thou? I am the that I might well.
Did you see
I
where
saw
you
it
were going
down
to
the
grab the
quiet.
Finger Slayer blade, and you just like ran by the Mimic, like right by like the sketchy jump, right before the like the actual Finger Slayer blade skip, and like Numa and Exy were like freaking out because apparently like the mist can like do damage to you.
Oh, you've defeated a grand again, the carrion eye.
Because I got a kick out of that personally.
I don't know what since I asked. I reside.
Yeah, I figured you probably did. I was like, dude, like Donut is always telling me about like the hitboxes of attacks and stuff. There's no way he doesn't know. But yeah, I just learned yesterday that when the Mimic, like the actual boss Mimic, spawns in, it can just like stagger you. I had no idea that was a thing. I just learned about that last night when I was running. And then I learned today that you can apparently also get damaged by that mist. I had no idea. Yeah. Yeah, I was very happy that I learned about it while practicing and not on the actual run. That would have made me so mad, dude. I would have just ended up like tilting and throwing the rest of that run so hard if that happened. Oh, is he just not gonna wake up until I drop? Gotcha. Hmm. Yeah, I feel like something could happen there, honestly. Doesn't feel great. Like, I think it's probably safer to go, like, where the frostbite torch is, but I don't like that jump. Oh, I aggro that guy every single time. Every single time. It's like when you're running across like that one piece of roof that's like knocked over or whatever, there's like two guys on that one and there's also like a mimic on the left. And the mimic on the left, like I think actually like shoots projectiles and stuff at you. You never have? I have never gotten that aggro list, unfortunately. And like I always hear him shoot, and like I hear it hit something, but it never sounds close. So like I don't really know what's going on there. Oh, we're still under 2 hours. We're chilling. I didn't realize. Honestly, I reset to Elden Beast like 16 times, and I was like, dang, this is going to be like almost a 3-hour run now. But there's really not that much left. Ton of running, but nothing awful. Yeah, there's not really a whole lot of like routing variance here, is there? Like aside from just like what's good to set up your weapon and all that kind of stuff. Seems like once we actually get into the run, like everyone's kind of doing the same thing. Yeah, that was actually really, really cool. That almost felt like it was like watching a race more than anything. Man, you can like land on that pillar and like not hard fall there. I've done it like once or twice, but it's pretty difficult for no reason. Yeah, I tried it like a few times and I didn't get it a single time. And I was like, you know, this is not worth it.
Not
We have
even
harder
in
things to
magazine that I
practice, I
found
think.
soon.
Like I am not at
My
all surprised that Azaz did it. Did Witty go for it? I think Witty went for it too. Yeah, I'm assuming that you will not see that at all tomorrow. That seems like way too dangerous of a thing for like Cronus to go for. I don't think Spectre will see value in it. No shot meta goes for it. I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, it's apparently like super specific, isn't it? Like you have to wedge yourself just right into the corner and like backstep twice or something. And there's like no real way to know if you actually got it until you hit the ground, which is like horrifying. Good for him, honestly, you know? He came in, he did what he came here to do, and then he left. What a Chad.
Oh, or is it me? Fine. I hadn't expected. Now that perform eliminate the name of I will not.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. He's such a gamer. Dude, that Godfrey hit was such crap. I'm like pretty sure he got tagged by like a handle hitbox meme. Just such a way to lose it. Yeah, he did. I will likely end up like 58 shotting Estelle if I get lucky. My strat is like funny if nothing else. Yeah, like I think he was like a little tight on the strafe. But yeah, that's basically the way I read it as well. Yo, what's up, Recycle? Thank you for good luck, dude. This is another section I really don't like. Realistically, like I should probably get the Great Bow, but then my Morgott script gets like thrown off. Which feels not worth. Did I break the branch? I think I might have broke the branch. That scared the crap out of me, though.
O Shadow, thou art the last. Tell the two fingers that Rani the Witch cometh to rend thy flesh with a fateful wound, ne'er to heal.
Can you do literally anything? Bro. How much space does this guy need to, like, actually do the lunge? This seems like he's idling for way too long. Like, what are we doing here? Not for as long.
Beautifully fought. My thanks. 'Twas more of a
Alright,
challenge than I
I'm gonna have to,
envisioned.
like, work on that, because
Now
that was
I
not cool.
can finally stand before them. This is farewell, my dear.
Like, I think if he just idles like that forever, like, I can straight ash him, and that, like, knocks him over. And then, like, I can tap L2, and then, like, I just have to respond to, like, the flask drink faster, I think, and that'll be fine. But I've never just, like, not gotten the jump for that long. That was super annoying. It's pretty sick. I like this weapon a lot. Oh, flasks. I sat down for a reason. Yeah, like, usually I'll like, walk up to him and he'll just immediately off-rip just, like, jump at me. And then I can get the backstab, I can do, like, the L2. And then we're chilling. But, like, the last couple of times, yeah, he's just kind of, like, idling there, and I don't really know why. I kind of assumed it would have been like most other bosses, where if you just like lingered at like a certain distance, then you just like cue like the long range attack, but I don't know, he seemed very resistant. I'm surprised that like the Kukris didn't bait it out either. I'm surprised like all he did was sidestep and then just keep walking. Very weird. Ah, that sucks. We totally could have got the stagger there. Unlucky. That was bad. That was very bad. Yeah, it does not feel good. Nothing about this boss feels good. Everything about this boss is just giga trash, dude. Yeah. So that's what happens when you have a lightning weapon. The boss is in water and you have a +10. Is that legal? I think as long as no one asks any questions, it'll be okay. But yeah, if I attempt to stagger him with my weapon, it does way too much damage and I just like trigger meteors like immediately. So I have to fight him with the torch. And when I did this run this morning, I was literally in that fight for like probably 7 to 8 minutes because like I just did not get RNG that allowed me to like actually stagger him. It was awful. Yeah, I'm really glad that these runs don't have like weapon only restrictions because there's a lot of things that like the weapons really excel at, but they usually have like a lot of really big like weak points. So it's really nice that like in those scenarios you can just use whatever to cover it as long as that whatever happens to be +0. Anything goes against Estelle, even hits. Ain't that the truth? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think this allows for like more creativity in the runs, and then you also get to see more of like the runners and stuff like that versus like just, oh, this weapon sucks against Moog, unlucky. And then you kind of just like move on with your day. Like I'm glad there's more to it than that. All right, where are you supposed to jump off of this? Is it right here? It is. Okay. Excuse you. That dog forgot about Beast Torch for a second. Didn't care for that. I bet that's really nice. Like all of my matches so far have been Sunday final slot. And now moving up in the world, I'm Sunday first slot. So like I get to be done and be like, I don't have to play this game again until tomorrow. Alright. Okay, so drink, gambit, pot, two-hand. No, drink, because I need to be full health. Okay. Yo, what's up, Spectre? How's it going, dude? You're all right. Yeah, he did. Marshall had like 2 really unfortunate hits. Yeah, he got an input read on Morgott, and then he also got poked through the wall when he was running around the malformed Star Beast. Which is apparently a thing that can happen. I had no idea. Yeah, that was kind of my thought, because I had no idea that was a thing. Yeah, he really did. That was actually insane. Like, I had never heard anyone talk about that before. And it happened, like, not, like, 5 minutes later. That was wild work. Yeah, yeah, it's because Marsh got tagged through the wall. Apparently, Gino lost, like, one of his first All Remembrance attempts by getting poked through that wall.
My sweet
because those, I don't even know what those guys are called. The harpoon guys have like really long weapons. Claymen, yeah, those are the ones. Thank you, Jen. Yeah, apparently, like, you just stand in the same spot, just, like, not touching the wall, and it's fine. But I have no idea. I go left side, and I don't stop running at all, so I don't think I really have to worry about that. Yeah, I did right side a few times, but, like, I would always get tagged, like, running up. Like, I would gambit, like, I tried, like, running up, I tried, like, crouch running up, and, like, no matter what I did, I always felt like I got detected, like, way earlier than everyone else. So I was like, alright, screw it, let's try left side. And then, like, he doesn't see you at all when you're, like, running up, and then he only sees you when you're, like, running past him. Right? I mean, that's basically the run right there. So we just gotta do that tomorrow, and we're chilling. Thank you for GG's. I always wait until after I drop down the hole, because I have died to that, but... Yeah, because, like, you stand in, like, a weird little cubby. I've never seen anyone do that. That was for Ronnie getting you his consort. Naturally. Naturally. Thank you for GG's, guys. Yeah, I mean... That's it, you know, that's the run. We just gotta lock in and do that tomorrow. I think that was pretty clean. I don't think I had anything that was like really kind of crazy, except for like Baleful Shadow because he was being weird. Oh, that's such a chore to like set up. Yeah, he was. That was wild work. I like mistimed a roll like on a Stell or something like that, and I died, and I was like, oh my god. And then I just hear people clapping in the background. I'm like, no shot, who just GG'd me right now? Except the slow ones, yeah, there you go. Did you just GG?
I do solemnly swear to every living being and every living soul. Now cometh the age of the stars.
Or was that Malekith? I took a dumb Malekith hit yesterday.
Into the wisdom of the moon.
It might have been that. I don't remember. Either one.
Here beginneth the chill night that encompasses all, reaching the great beyond.
It was Malekith, wasn't it? Yeah.
Into fear, doubt, and loneliness.
Yeah. Because I was like, when was the last time I got hit on Malekith? And I just hear people clapping. I'm like, no shot. Who is trolling me right now? Oh, you lost it at Fire Giant yesterday? That's rough, dude. Fire Giant's so trash. I almost lost it at Fire Giant today. I whiffed 2 weapon arts, like, directly in front of him to, like, elevation.
Well, shall we?
It was so dumb. You forgot your strat. Yeah, that happens to me a lot. That's why I usually don't have a strat. Like, I usually just come up with, like, specific responses to, like, all the different attacks and stuff like that. I usually don't actually have a strat. because I almost always forget what it is. Oh man. Um, okay. What does it take to set up Baleful Shadow? Because I do want to look at that real quick. No, I need to look at Baleful Shadow. He was being weird. Like, he would not lunge at me. He would literally just, like, slow walk at me for, like, a solid, like, 5 minutes. Okay, so let's ER tool this crap real quick. I did. I threw like 3 kukris at him and he just sidestepped and then kept slow walking. It was so annoying. Yeah, eventually like I just went for like the Ash of War, but like I didn't like it. I was like that was definitely not safe. Okay. All right. ER tool. So what do we need here? We need... Can I just spawn Ronnie's doll? If I can just like spawn the doll and then like go get my weapon. Which would be church. And then... Is that Ainsel River? Is that... It's one of these. I don't know which one. We'll see if this works. So I've tried it, Donut, and the problem is that like my Ash is very slow.
But I can also that you're not then. Why not? I am Carl. Goodbye.
And
Nice to do
then
business.
we need... Where's like the free weapon upgrade thing? Free upgrades. Really? That's annoying. I think it's downstream, but I could be wrong. I am wrong. Which means it should be this one. Really? Surprise trade. That's not what I'm looking for. Wait, is that area not Ainsel River? No, no, Siofra is like where you get the Finger Slayer blade. Right? Yeah. This is like Worshipper's Woods and stuff like that. I'm so confused. Like, is it just... Noxtella? Waterfall Basin. Oh wow, I'm not even close. Alright, thanks. So if I rest here, I cannot talk to Ronnie. Okay. So we can unlock the any percent boss graces. No death, one shot. We could kill Radon real quick. We should go to Gatefront as well, right? So we can talk to Melina, so we can actually upgrade our weapon appropriately.
Have they, sir? But you, I can play turning root to aid you. You need O to the foot. Then it's summon me. Ah, I bequeath. It will summon Torrent. Treat him with. Fitted eternal.
This is so dumb to set up, dude.
Torrent,
This is so annoying.
There is, but I can take gathering play. Very let my hand.
No, I don't have any save states for Age of Stars. Like, all of my save states are just, like, low damage boss fights.
Champions! Welcome! The stars have aligned! The festival... But...
No, I don't think there is. Because it's like, I made a new file, and then I gave myself a +10 weapon, and then I just unlocked all the appropriate graces, and then made save states in front of the bosses. Thanks, Vinicius. Appreciate it, dude. Yeah, like, I just put myself at, like, level 80 for, like, endgame stuff. And then, like, no talisman. It's like, literally just for boss practice, because I don't have scripts for, like, 90% of everything. I didn't know rolling did damage. It's interesting. It is a very strong weapon, Jens. If I lose tomorrow, it will be very embarrassing. I'll claim it's reasonable. Your word is getting less and less weight behind it, I think, Spectre. Not everything can be reasonable. Alright, so Liurnia... what's the name of her tower? Like, Royal Moongazing Grounds is close, but that's not it. Ronnie's Rise, there it is. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. I believe I can, yeah. Stick to plays PC. Alright, I'm staying in my lane, guys. I'm staying in my lane. Gosh. Imagine trying to expand your horizons and everyone's like, nah, don't do that.
Thou must have, though I have no intrigue.
So I think I can join her, talk to the squad, drop the Finger Slayer Blade, and then teleport to right in front of the Baleful Shadow, and I think we'll be good. You're too pretty.
Oh, you've defeated a grand pleasure, Carian.
I told you to say that. That sounds just like her.
Since I asked, I reside in...
I assume we need to, like, probably sit here for the game to, like, realize that we're progressing. Facts, okay. Fingers. There's Slayer. I believe it. I believe it. I hate that guy.
Not even in my... It is in thy...
Alright, cool.
Soon must... My thank... A strange... I must thank you, May. It was but...
Alright, so in theory, if I rest here now, she'll give me... Because I have the Ronnie doll, so I should be able to talk to it now. I can't... I have to go pick it up? Really? No, I did spawn the doll, but it's not giving me the option to, like, do anything with it. I don't know if it matters, like, which one. Yeah. Or does it have to be, like, at that one Grace? Yeah, see, now it's telling me I have too many of them. That's interesting. Oh, so it just wants me to be at this grace specifically, I guess.
Oh, or is it me? Fine. I hadn't expected. Now the perform eliminate the name of I will.
That's a weird requirement. Alright, I don't even have the stats to wield my weapon yet. So that's probably something we should work on real quick. Ah, gotcha.
You're no match loud. You're.
Alright, and then what are our stats typically at this point? I want to say we're at like 75 dex, 20 endurance, and then like 39 strength at this point, I think. So our damage will be slightly lower here. I don't really care though. This is more about just finding out what to do when he idles. Okay. So like what should happen
Shadow, thou art the last.
is like we should
Tell the two
walk
fingers
forward
that Rani the witch cometh.
and he should just
Rend
jump.
Thy beautifully formed.
Oh.
My thanks. 'Twas more of a challenge
Alright,
than I envisioned.
we should turn one shot
Now
off
I
probably.
can finally stand before them.
That wasn't confusing at all.
O Shadow, thou art the last. Tell the two fingers.
Yeah, more of a
that
challenge
Rani
than
the
she
witch
thought.
cometh to rend thy flesh with a fateful
Oh,
wound.
where's my backstab
ne'er
there,
to
bud?
heal.
I don't really care for that attack so much. Yeah, that's a good strat. Simply cheat.
Beautifully formed. My thanks. O Shadow, thou art the last. Tell the two fingers that Rani the witch cometh to rend thy flesh with a fateful wound, ne'er to heal.
Ooh. Okay. Wow. They really just like don't want you to just like get the backstab off of anything that is not the jump, huh?
Beautifully formed.
Yeah, if George R.R. Martin wrote one line, I think that might have been it.
O Shadow, thou art the
So like,
last.
can I just
Tell the two fingers that Rani the witch cometh to rend thy flesh.
Yeah, I don't know that I
with a
like that.
fateful wound, ne'er to heal. Beautifully fought. My thanks.
Like, I don't think we could just, like, walk up to him and just, like, weapon art. Because I think he's gonna aggro, and if he, like, lifts his sword, I assume it just has a hitbox.
O Shadow, thou art the last. Tell the two fingers.
Yeah, like,
that
that's
Rani the
not
witch
gonna work.
cometh to rend thy flesh with a fateful wound, ne'er to heal.
You think so? Sleep pots. That's an idea. Do sleep pots work on this guy? Oh, is it cracked pot?
O Shadow, thou art the last. Tell the two fingers that Rani the witch cometh
Infinite
to rend thy
consumables.
flesh with a fateful wound, ne'er to heal.
Rude. I have both. I'm using ER tool at the moment. But I did look at that. Ah, it's one of those. That's a move.
Beautifully fought. My
So if I'm like back here, I don't think he can see me, right?
O Shadow, thou art the last. Tell the two fingers that Rani the witch cometh to rend thy flesh with a fateful wound, ne'er to heal.
Okay, so the problem with that is if I follow up with the tap weapon art, there's a really good chance it's gonna miss. Because I am not lined up for that properly, like, at all.
O Shadow, thou art the last. Tell the two fingers that Rani the witch
I
cometh
mean, the game not working
to rend
isn't
thy flesh
really a skill
with
issue,
a
I would
fateful
argue.
wound, ne'er to heal.
Like, if I can get this, then, like, this is free. Like, we have more damage on, like, the actual run, because we have talismans and stuff, but
Beautifully fought.
the problem is when he doesn't jump.
O Shadow, thou art the last. Tell the two fingers that Rani the
I don't know, like,
witch
I wonder
cometh
if he, like,
to
aggroed
rend
weird
thy
because I was, like,
flesh
walking up with
a
Gambit or
fateful
something.
wound, ne'er to heal.
Because he seems very eager to jump at me now. I wonder if there was, like, some weird, like, Gambit nonsense going on there.
My thanks. 'Twas more of a challenge than
Okay,
I
so
envisioned.
that begs the question.
Now I can find.
Can I safely just like run through the basilisk area? Like without getting hit? Without Gambit? Or like are they gonna like follow me into the Baleful Shadow fight and then like mess things up? Yeah, exactly. I mean, that seems fine. Like, can I bait them out here if I even try? Like, how far do you go? No, pretty far. I don't know, like, it kind of seems like we can just, like, run through here. They'll just breathe, like, the Death Blight once. And then just ignore us from there. And if that's the case, then we may have just solved it. Because I'm wondering if, since we technically aggroed him while Gambit was active, I don't know if that, like, changed his behavior at all for some reason. Like, that could be a thing. So let's try just, like, running through and then fighting Baleful Shadow and see if that looks like any different. Oh, is that just like an event trigger? That's not even them aggroing. Like, I'm not draining stamina right now.
O Shadow,
Interesting.
thou art the last. Tell the
Yeah,
two
and he just
fingers
immediately goes for the
that
jump now.
Rani the Witch cometh.
Okay, so we just don't
to
Gambit
rend
there.
thy
I think.
flesh with a fateful wound, ne'er to heal. Beautifully fought. My thanks. 'Twas more of a challenge.
Alright, I want to try that one more time. And then we will probably call it. So, like, we hug this wall. They still jump and spray, but we don't aggro. So they're not following us.
O Shadow,
And then we can run right up on the
thou
Shadow.
art the last. Tell the two
He
fingers
immediately jumps.
that Rani the Witch cometh to rend thy flesh with a fateful wound, ne'er to heal. Beautifully fought. My thanks. 'Twas more of a
Yeah.
challenge than I envisioned.
So I think that must have been
Now I
like
can
some weird
finally
like
stand before them.
aggroed while
This is
you were
farewell,
gambited thing
my
that
dear.
made him like act weird like that. So I believe that is solved. Heck yeah. Alright. Well, I think that's it. I feel good about tomorrow. I gotta wake up like nice and early, so I think we're just gonna call it there. So that's 12 runs. We've got 5 of them. Feeling good about it. So the game is tomorrow, 11 a.m. EST. Hope to see y'all there. Let me go ahead and find someone to raid out to. Think we'll raid to Poppy. I haven't seen Poppy on for a while, so we'll go ahead and do that. I'm sure this looks like a gotcha game. Like I'm just gonna assume that's what it is. But appreciate all you guys coming in and wishing me luck and hanging out while we figure stuff out. I appreciate you all. And yeah, that's really all I got. I'm just gonna raid out here and probably go to bed shortly thereafter. And yeah, we'll hope for the best. I'll probably start stream around like 10 a.m. Just for like warm-ups and stuff, and the game itself starts at 11. So hope to see y'all there, and yeah, take care.